Hello guys, NautoAce here, and this will be my closing thoughts of the Tokyo Game Show, ending with Final Fantasy VII ReBirth. So Square Enix did their presentation. They showed some other games such as Foam Star, the new Dragon Quest is based on the Shonen Jump manga. But the one that I am interested in that is Final Fantasy VII ReBirth. So I'm not gonna give in detail of what it is, but I can say for their presentation, they were a lot. Let's just say that this game's content probably 10 times more than Remake. They showed a lot of things and a lot of mode to it. Of course, if you saw the trailer, there's a part where you get to play as Sephiroth. And then, of course, now Red is a playable character. And then credit to Matt from Yo Video Game. He said that apparently Sid and Vincent will be guest characters. However, also, the best part here is that Yuffie and Vincent, spoiler, they are now required for the story because if you know about the original Final Fantasy VII, they were optional characters. Not anymore, so there's going to be a lot of changes, a bit of the story, but they're probably going to stick with the source material because, of course, for people who don't know, you just think, oh, it's just a remake of Final Fantasy VII, awesome, now it's just in 3D, more polygon, blah, 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 you get it. But not so much of that, it's a remake, that it's supposed to be Final Fantasy VII of another timeline. It could be the real timeline, what did happen, and that the one from the PlayStation, let's just say that, oh, it was a what if or the alternate story. So I know it's kind of weird they're using timelines. It is what it is. They've done it like in Dragon Ball. Heck, even if you watch the Netflix Transformer, that was the main concept, is time and space. That they're a different timeline where this is supposed to be the definitive timeline for Transformer where Optimus Prime and Megatron's gonna save the other timeline. Confusing. It is what it is. Same goes with Final Fantasy VII Remake or now ReBirth. Because in the end of Remake, spoiler a bit, there's a hint that Zack could be alive on a different timeline. Maybe there's going to be some convergence. Okay, so a lot of theories out there. That's what it is. I know it's a shocker to some extent, but that's what it is. With that said, they showed a lot of mini games. Of course, you see Clouded Segway, popular. Because heck, even if you watch Yakuza 8 on their presentation, each one was using Segway. So it is what it is, funny. A lot of mini games. There's a part where Cloud's playing a piano. Gold Saucer is probably a big thing. There's a lot of mini games there. And then Chocobo Ranch is back. So of course you saw that Cloud was riding different Chocobo. Not only yellow one, there's a black one that can climb a mountain. Yeah, there are a lot of different Chocobo in that game that you gotta do a lot of extra steps just to unlock those special Chocobo. Trust me, when they done it in the original PlayStation, it took me a long time. They showed more summoning monsters or materia. There's even a flashback where you get to team up with Sephiroth. Again, kind of like the PlayStation version, but more in depth. So they are adding more element to already filled up element from the PlayStation, adding more source to the source material. So that's actually awesome. And yeah, so I can't wait for that one. I think they are going the right direction with this. I'm like, oh my God, there's like a lot. And of course, the biggest one is, will there be a world map just like the original Final Fantasy VII? You know, there's like a world map. Well, let's just say they merged the two, and it kind of makes sense now at this point on, because it's going to be like Breath of the Wild. What does that mean? It's going to be a big world. It's going to be a big open world. So remember, the first game was just in Midgard. And remember, in the original PlayStation, Disc 1 was just Midgard. So for this one, yeah, it's going to be now open world. So it's going to be like Grand Theft Auto, The Witcher, to some extent Yakuza. Heck, like I said, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild in Tears of the Kingdom, it's just going to be a giant open world. That's what they're going to say. So there's no more like overhead world map that you are in the world map. You are going to be battling. I think it makes sense at this point on. I kind of miss it because I'm just an OG guy. Like I said, the turn-based, I missed it. But it kind of makes sense now because you need fast pace. Not so much. I mean, like in Final Fantasy 16, it's like Devil May Cry with some sort of command. I mean, to some extent, it is like this one here, but it kind of makes sense. It blends it too. It is what it is. I know it's gonna, oh man, that sucks. I mean, that's where you got Octopath Traveler. That's where you got some other games that does that now. Just saying. Thoughts? I think it's awesome. They're moving the right direction. Coming out February 2024. Yes, it's gonna only be in the PS5, and then later on, supposed to be past May of 2024. The exclusivity is done, so it could be another console. Heck, it could even be on the next Nintendo Switch to some extent. But the bottom line is, option there. Hopefully, it does get the sale. It is gonna be $70, but there is a reason why it's not on the PS4. The only they did that with Final Fantasy VII Remake, because it was released, even heck, the PS5 was out, they needed something, and of course you played the PS5 version, much better, and again, hey, free upgrade, just saying there. Bottom line is, Square Enix doing good with this one. I think it's gonna go in the right direction. Hopefully a lot of people will play it. Am I gonna play it at launch? If there's a sale, maybe, because right now, for me, just personally, even though I love the franchise, I don't tend to buy a game at full price. I know I'm probably going to get out of my buck. Tears of the Kingdom, whether you like it or not, $70 for a Switch game. It has a lot of content, but like I said, for me personally, I had coupons. That's why I said, okay, well, I'll get it. That's why. I mean, by the time this recording, I think this report that you can get it at Costco for cheaper, but that was like a week ago. Yes. So, awesome. I like it. Can't wait for it. I'm probably going to have a chance in the long run to get it. Like I said, I got a backlog. Heck, I still want to play Final Fantasy 16 because I played the demo. I enjoyed it. I know it's a bit of Devil May Cry-ish, but it is what it is. Of course, got to finish 15. I got to finish the other Final Fantasy game. It's not so much that they're long. They're just kind of slow to some of it. Hopefully, 7 ReBirth going to be better. We just have to wait and see. So that is my thoughts. I'm excited. Beautiful presentation, and like I said, they did other one. Not really care so much about it, but and of course, like I said, Square Enix they're in a fumble right now. But to some extent, hey, you never know. They might turn it around. Maybe Sony will finally buy them, but that's just a rumor there. So with that, I'll see you guys later.